Yo, hello everybody, how is everyone doing today? This is very like a chill type of video, like, get your tea and let's yap together type thing. This is just my way of documenting my journey and hoping to find a community along the way. On November 4th, I started my small business, and for the first months it was more like just setting things up, I guess. For the whole of November, I was researching about doing like in-person markets because I knew that, in the UK, like Christmas is quite a big thing, so there's going to be like loads of arts and crafts markets and stuff. So I really wanted to participate in those, but I had absolutely no clue how to do that, and that was like one of the hardest bits, to be honest, like trying to find out, because if you search arts and crafts markets in the UK, it doesn't really say you anything, or like what do you need to do to participate in those. Total, I've done 4 markets this December. Essentially, like my first market, I didn't earn anything. Oh, actually, I did earn £3 because someone bought a keychain. Second market, on day 1, I made £45. And on the day 2, I made absolutely zero, like nothing. On my third market, it was in Cambridge. It was going only for like 3 hours and I made £20. On my last, most successful market, I made £300, which was also one of my most expensive markets, because if the markets before like were cost, for me, they cost like 10 to 20 pounds. Like with the markets that were like really cheap, there was just no footfall. Like I told, there was like no people, and it was really demotivating, and I didn't really like know what I'm doing like half the time, because there's no people. I don't really practice anything. I don't really have the opportunity to give away like the business cards and stuff. So I felt really down on those days. Thinking about this, it was a really great opportunity to like practice, because with every like order coming every now and then, I've kind of like mastered the packaging, what I need to have for to package the orders quickly and stuff. And leading to my last market, which was the most successful one, I don't think I would be able to make it work if I wouldn't have those 3 unsuccessful markets, which was absolutely great, to be honest. Like last market was really smooth in a way. The only like a hiccup was, which is like more of a positive thing rather than negative, is on my first day of the market, I absolutely sold out on my keychains that I make myself, and I was absolutely like buzzing, honestly. But the thing is, like, I made a mistake. So on my first day of the market, after it, I had to go to like shift in a restaurant. So I finished at 10, and after I came back home, I had to like pull an all-nighter because I needed to make like a restock of keychains and stuff. That was like crazy experience, but I was absolutely like hyped up because I sold out on something. That was like crazy. I think I've got these keychains here, by the way. I was making them before the video started, so on the second day I was really buzzing. And to be honest, this was like the most amount of profit I've made so far with my business. That's like the first time I made profit, to be honest, because with all previous orders I did have like online stuff, but it was more like just to cover cost of things I've already spent. But this was like a really great experience. The only thing is, like, a downside, my products, like the items I sell, they're pretty cheap. As in, like, the keychains, for example, they're £4, the sticker sheets are £3 and stuff like that. And the cost of the market itself was 150 quid for both days. So first, my goal was to sell items on £150, which is essentially like loads of stuff, because there was like people who would sell like wine and like really expensive candles, or like those kind of things, which would cost, from one sale they would probably make 30 to £40, which is like average sale. For me, my average sale was £5, so I had to make like loads and loads of individual sales and trying to like upsell stuff as I go, which obviously made me lose lots of my stock before I actually made enough money to cover the market, if that makes sense. One of my concerns that if I continue doing this kind of markets, I just have to find a way to diversify the products. So, I can like have more expensive items, also like cheaper items that I have at the moment, to sort of like a balance out things. Because this market was also great because I had my bags. you know, the ones my mom makes. So she makes like this kind of bags, and those were like the only reason I think I made up the costs, because these were like 10-15 pounds depending on the size and stuff, and they absolutely clutched, because if not for these guys I would be so broke. It's also the first market when I actually sold some bags, which was absolutely great experience, because since me and my mom we started working together, I didn't really sell any bags for maybe first 3 weeks. So it been like kind of sad from both me and my mom that, you know, bags are here, no one's buying them. It was a really big worry. And you know, my dad also, he likes to make jokes and stuff about like why no one's buying it sort of thing, you bunch of losers. He doesn't actually mean it, he just jokes about it, but it still like kind of like leaves a little scratch, you know, kind of thinking, it leaves you thinking like, oh, we're not doing very good, you know. That's pretty much all I really have to say about the markets that I've been running, you know, November, December. And to be honest, like now I don't really know what my plan is, because my social media is still like pretty much sucks. As in like I don't really get any people watching videos. My TikTok, I'm pretty sure, is still a shadow banned. It gets like 60 views. I'm pretty sure that's a shadow ban, I might be wrong. I've got some of the things planned out for February, but till February there's a whole month, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do in January. December was great, November was great so far, going good, 2 out of 2 months, I think success. We have to figure out what to do in January, and I'll make sure to post an update what I figured out and or what I haven't figured out. So I'll do one of the two things. So make sure to stay tuned, make sure to check out the website if you're interested in any of my products. Make sure to type yellow heart in the comments if you did watch this video till the end. I would appreciate it loads. And otherwise, yeah, thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one. I know, by the way, I'm really awful at recording videos. I will promise I'll try to be better, but I just really want to document my journey, and I don't want not being able to edit really well or, you know, talk really well to stop me from doing that. Hope you understand. Thank you.